Welcome back, everybody. It's Michael Alder from Taking Action Today, video 3, and in this video I'm going to share with you a couple strategies to generate leads on properties to sell to these investors on your list that you put together from video 2. Hopefully you did video 2. If not, get back there, get started on your investor list, because the rest of this is pointless unless you have that. Okay, you have your investor list, and let's say 20 to 30 prospects ready to go. And now you need deals for these guys because you know exactly what these guys and gals want. So first place to start is go on to Craigslist. Why? Because it's free and everybody is on there. So you go to Craigslist and start placing ads on there saying cash for houses, I buy houses cash, quick cash for your home, whatever catchy header you could think of to get them to click on your ad. Then within your ad, put a list of just every negative thing you could think of about houses. You want to say, bad tenants. Do you have too many repairs? Did you inherit a property? Are you behind on taxes? Need quick money? Whatever you could think of to get these people to call you. And then once they call you with their leads, and you're going to get a ton of calls from these people, a lot of them crappy deals, but that's fine. You got to get crappy calls to get good leads out of them. Once they call you, take down all the information you can about why they want to sell you their property and what is their motive to sell you the property. Because if they're not highly motivated, don't waste your time because it'll just burn you out. So you want highly motivated sellers to contact you, and then when you make an offer on them, make offers so ridiculous that you will cringe making the offer. Because if your first offer gets accepted, you offer too high. So for example, in my marketplace, let's say somebody, or I'll give you a real case example. A girl contacted me, actually a partner of mine, with a house in Paynesville that it was a single family home. She wanted roughly $20,000, but she just needed out. This girl was panicking. I knew she was motivated. So in my head, I was thinking, this would be a great buy at $13,000 when I got there. So I asked her, I said, what is the bottom line? What is the least amount you would take for this house? And she said, you know what, just make me an offer and we'll see what happens. So I said, well, I'm thinking about $10,000. Because in my head, I figured she'd counter and I'd win at about $13,000. Right away, she said, okay, I'll take it. Now, I knew I offered too much, but I was already stuck. At $10,000, it was a great buy, but there's a chance I could have got it for $8,000. So don't be afraid to offer low, because you never know what people will say yes to. It's surprising. So you got your Craigslist ads. You're taking down information from that. The next place you want to go to get leads is your bandit signs. And you can't do this in higher end neighborhoods. The police and city will be all over you. But lower income areas, it works great. So you just do, cash for houses or I buy houses on the sign, real big, and then your phone number. That's it. Place them at freeway exits. I like to place them in front of abandoned houses in neighborhoods because it gets two types of leads on that. Investors will call you wondering if you own that particular bank-owned house and wondering to buy it. So, you could add them to your buyer's list. And then on the other side, people in the neighborhood will notice and say, hey, I have a house, and they'll contact you to see if you'll buy their house off of them. So those work both ways, and that's great. So you definitely want to grab your bandit signs and get those everywhere. Handwritten bandit signs. Don't get all fancy with them. Just handwritten and your phone number and a fat Sharpie marker so it sticks out. Then the third way to capture leads is if you have a real estate agent buddy, have them send you a list of expired listings. And then from there, you can find out where the owner lives through public record. If they're still in the property, that's great. But you could send them yellow letters stating that you'd be interested in buying their property. And that's a great lead generator because it already went through the system. It expired with no bites, and that typically will lead you to a highly motivated seller. So here's your homework for today. Jump on all 3 of these actions, get started on them, and start generating those leads. And then the next one, I'm going to give you a full-on strategy on how to unload these leads when you finally do lock up a good deal under contract. So we'll cover that in the video as well, to always have your contract with you, and so you can lock up your property right away.